I had a neighbor who was a painter when I was a boy, and she opened up her garage and let kids come in there, and that's where I first learned about perspective and law of thirds and just balance and stuff. And I spent a lot of time on my own. I would go and climb up on roofs, like garage roofs and house roofs, and I would take a sketch pad with me and then draw when I was up there. Until I got into school, I didn't think I saw the world any different than any other kid. I could read, but I just definitely could not spell, and I had such a hard time with the reading. I felt like it's just my mind was wired to be more visual. Art was the only class that I could get an A in. Luckily, my parents saw right away that I was not going to excel in school academic-wise, and so I was definitely encouraged to pursue this other area just because that's where I could have success. My family's from Denmark, and so visiting Denmark, just seeing how the bikes are used in that lifestyle. And no one considers themselves a cyclist, but everyone rides a bike almost every day. My wife and I took a cycling trip through the Netherlands and saw the Bakfiets, which is a cargo bike with the bucket on the front. We had little kids at that time, and I put one together. I built one with a wheelbarrow bucket. Decided that maybe for the US it would work better with the bucket on the back, so built one of those, and then decided this is going to be a business. We're going to make something out of this. And so I started MADSEN Cycles with an idea that a bike can do a lot more. I always think there's a different way. Creating a tool that works a little better, making a process better, everything. We put like 12 different holes in the bucket, and after you drill 100 buckets, my mind just goes like, how can this be better? How can we do this easier? And then taking that time to build a tool that can drill 12 holes at once. It wasn't until just recently that I took a oil painting class, and it was the excuse to make me start painting again. I wanted to have a project every week at the class, and it got me going again. When I told the teacher, when I said I'm going to start drawing these tools, it was something to her like, really? Are you sure? You know, and tools have always been a passion. I love tools, and I love older tools. I love anything that's more from the analog world, machine tools, mills and lathes and presses. It's like a passion to me, these old tools, and getting them working and then actually putting them into use. And I love painting things that have a connection to me. My grandpa was a machinist, and I instantly knew that I loved all the things that he had. I loved his micrometers and his dial indicators, and him explaining those things to me as 1, 2, 3 blocks, and his parallel bars, and just all those things showing me how they work and how a lathe works. He was building an airplane at that time out of an old Subaru engine, and I have a toolbox of his actually that it smells like him. When I open it up, there's a few rags in there, and I try not to use those because it has that smell, but I think of him using the same tools every single time I use them. I painted a dial indicator that was his, and I guess I think about him as I'm doing it, and I like that about the tool. It's sad that those memories go away when someone's not using it anymore, doesn't know where it came from or what it was. If I could go back in time, I just would want to be able to tell myself that it gets better. I didn't always think that it was going to get better, just because I was literally just failing everything else inside of school. When I'm building, welding, drawing, painting, creating something, that's definitely where I'm the happiest and where time can just disappear.